y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, this is kind of a big one, and I'm going to be talking about the Dyson Complete Airwrap Styler. You may have seen my video a few months ago, I'm gonna link it right up here, where my boss let me borrow hers because this retails for a whopping $550, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care if it makes me look like a glimmering, snowy freaking angel off of the clouds of heaven immediately after ingesting a full pepperoni pizza that is the best pepperoni pizza that angel has ever had. I don't care if it makes me look like that, okay? It's $550. But here's the thing, I really liked it, and it kept sitting in my brain and sitting until I received a coupon from Ulta for 20% off the Dyson. And I had Ulta gift cards, and I had Visa gift cards from previous birthdays, and I had other coupons, which brought this down to a grand total of $60.99. Thank you. I'm gonna hold for applause. I'm holding for applause. I used all of my Ulta points, every gift card I had in my arsenal to get it to that price, but I really saved up, and I really want to give you guys a full review, and I want to show you 3 different looks with this so you can figure out if it's right for you, because this price, again, is ridiculous. So if you're gonna get it, I would absolutely suggest getting it on sale. I am gonna link this down below, and I'm just letting you know it will be an affiliate link, which means that if you click on it, it's not gonna cost you anymore, but if you click on that link and you purchase it, that helps out my channel a little bit, and I'm so thankful whenever you guys do that, so thank you so much for supporting my channel. This is gonna be the first look, this big, beachy, voluminous hair, which I'm obsessed with, frankly. But before we can get into that, we must light the cat candle. If you're new here, this cat candle has a metal cat skeleton inside. I did get one of these as a gift last Christmas, and we burned the whole thing all the way through, so this is a new baby. I only light this when I'm filming so that we can watch the magic together as this baby burns. We can see a teeny tiny bit of his skull, I guess it is, but that's all we can see right now, but the cat is on fire, we can officially start. So again, we are gonna be starting with this look, and I will say that the only way this wrap styler works is if you have damp hair. You do wanna make sure your hair is still damp. If it's not, you can always wet it down with just a spray bottle. That works fine, but this does not work on dry hair. The whole point is that it dries your hair as it is styling it to really lock in that curl, to really lock in that volume, and just cause less damage to your hair and less frizz overall. So let's jump into the first look. All right, my hair is obviously still wet, and before we get into the first look, I do want to show you everything that comes with this kit. So the first thing you get is the case, which I think is worth mentioning. This is heavy. I will say that it is really heavy, but this case is kind of a faux leather. It's really nice. It has a magnetic closure, and yes, it's very big. It does take up space, so that is something you should know, but it's really nice to just have everything all in one place instead of just in a messy jumble in your drawer, which I don't know about you, but I have a drawer that is just hair. Okay, so when you open it up, there is a little protective cover. And there is also an instruction sheet with a QR code so you can watch tutorials on how to do everything. And then there is the actual kit inside. So let me show you all of the pieces. The first thing you have is the main unit, or the wand. This is what different pieces will attach to give you your various styling needs, whether it is just to dry your hair or to style it. This is what's necessary for everything. So the on-off button actually has 2 functions. When you switch it up once, it turns the unit on. But when you push it up further, that gives it a cool shot. So this is what will help to lock in a lot of styles, and I'll talk about that as we get into the styling. Then this button over here controls your heat from cool to medium to hot. This one controls the speed, so high, medium, and low. On the back of the wand is a lock, so this is what will lock your attachments into place. For the attachments, the first one we have is the hair dryer attachment. So this is kind of the classic Dyson look. You know, it has that slim feel. To put these on, all you literally do is push it on, and that's it. It is clicked into place, it is locked in. So this gives a more direct stream of air onto your hair rather than just blowing it all over the place. So this helps to reduce frizz and keep your hair nice and shiny and smooth. To remove each piece, you just click this to unlock and it pops right off. Next, let's move on to the curling attachments. The first curling barrels you have are 1.2 inches, and you do get a pair of them. you can see that there are these arrows on the barrel, and that shows you the direction your hair will curl. When you put these on, a lot of times you want your hair to curl away from your face. That's what's considered to be the most universally flattering, but really do what you want because it's just hair. So you're gonna wanna pay attention to which direction these are going. Like right now, this is pointing to my face, and now they're pointing away from my face. So you switch these off halfway in between. That's what I like to do. And again, to release, you just press down on the button. The next ones, which are my favorite, are the 1.6 inch barrels. These are the ones that give you those big bouncy waves, whereas the 1.2 inch will give you slightly tighter curls. These just make your hair look beachy, mermaid fabulousness. Again, they have those same exact arrows on them, as you can see, pointing to my face, pointing away from my face, and that's the direction that the hair will curl. Then you have two smoothing brushes. This one is the firm smoothing brush. This one is best if your hair is really prone to being frizzy. It will smooth all that out. The bristles are bendable, but they do stay in place for the most part. They rock back and forth just a little bit, but not as much as this next one. This is the soft smoothing brush, and as you can see, each little section of this does wiggle back and forth, and that's just to be a little bit more gentle and really smooth out your hair. This one is really good if you have fine hair. So of course you can use it on any hair, but if you have fine hair, this is gonna be your best friend. The final attachment is the round volumizing brush. This is just like any round brush that you might have. This is really good for adding volume, as it says, and really pumping up your roots. It is a little bit more prickly, as most of these kinds of brushes are, but this is, at the same time, when you hook this on, it is gonna be blowing air through it, so it will help to dry your hair as it styles. Okay, let's work on styling this mess a little bit. I am gonna back up the camera a little bit so that you can see all of my hair. My hair is very long, so hopefully we can get it all in the shot. Okay, so when I take my hair down, I notice that it is still damp, and that's what you want, but you don't want your hair to be too dry. So I do feel like there are a couple areas where my hair is already too dry. I'm just gonna take some regular water and just kind of mist areas that I think are a little dry. Also, this is the best misting bottle ever. I'm gonna link it down below from Amazon. I love this. You're also gonna wanna use some sort of heat protectant spray. This one is my favorite. This is from Eva NYC. It is the Main Magic 10-in-1 primer. So this is also a leave-in conditioner, but this will just help protect your hair from any heating or styling. It's fantastic, and it smells so good. All right, I'm going to section my hair a little bit. You don't have to do this. This is just what I prefer to do. I'm going with the 1.6 inch barrels. I'm gonna start with this one. We'll see which direction this will take me. So again, these arrows are pointing away from my face. So when you turn this on, it's going to suck up your hair by itself. This is strange to get used to, but start with just a small little piece. As I mentioned, it'll suck up the hair into a curl. Leave it there for a few seconds, and then you're gonna wanna switch this to a cold shot. That's what's gonna lock the style in. So here we go. Cold. And then release it. Oh, and it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, little bouncy buddy. Sometimes I have to guide the hair around it a little bit just to get it started. Cold. And release. So what's so nice also is that because this doesn't have a clamp on it, you're not clamping your hair down. So it's not damaging your hair as much. It's just using air, and it's not even completely hot. Look at that, it's so pretty. I'm gonna speed this up just so you can see the bottom layer, and then we'll take it down to the top. All right, now that we're moving on to this side, I'm gonna switch barrels. So again, just unlock it, and beware, these pieces do get warm. And then I'm gonna pop the other one on. We're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna wet this down a little bit more first because you definitely do want your hair to be nice and damp. All right, So as you can see, this barrel is meant to give you beachy waves. This is not going to give you tight ringlets, which you will experience with the other barrels, but this one just gives you these beautiful waves, and your hair feels so soft. I have no product in it right now other than the heat spray, so I will put a little bit of hairspray all over when I'm completely finished, but you don't even need to. This holds in that curl and that body for so long, it's ridiculous. So as you'll notice, I also wrap it around sometimes at the very end because that helps it really to grip for my hair. It's just because my hair is so long that otherwise sometimes it'll get a little frizzy. So that's just a tip if you're having trouble getting the ends to stick on. Do you see this body? Do you see this body? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So this is the look using the 1.6 barrel curling iron. This is my favorite one. I love the volume this gives my hair, and it just makes it so beachy and it looks effortless, right? Like, it doesn't look like I did a whole lot to it. And to be honest, if I wasn't talking and explaining this whole thing would have taken me maybe 20 minutes. But like, look at this. I'm very biased towards this one, but I am still gonna show you two other looks with this, so stay tuned. For this next look, I'm doing what I tend to call princess curls. I don't know where that name came from, but it stuck in my head one day and it's what I've been calling them ever since. Instead of using the 1.6 inch barrels, we're going to be using the 1.2 inch barrels, but also the hairdryer attachment. So with this look, what it basically is, you know when you see the Disney princesses, they don't necessarily have ringlets unless they're Merida. Merida has some good hair. But when you see them, this part is almost a little bit straighter and then the curls are big and curly at the bottom. That's the look I like, and I'm not sure why. I feel like it just looks really cute. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for this part of the video, and the supplies are roughly the same. I have my water bottle because you need your hair to be damp as you're doing this, and I also have my Eva NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 primer. This is my heat protectant spray. So I am going to just spray this throughout. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dry the top of my head a little bit. Now, something to note about the dryer part of it, the Dyson hair dryer, the separate tool, the Dyson hair dryer, is hardcore, and it will take your hair from wet to dry in like 15 seconds flat or something ridiculous like that. This tool is more for taking your hair from wet to damp. So this, you can dry your whole head with it. It is possible, but it will take a little bit longer, maybe the same amount as a normal hair dryer would. Like, for example, I had a piece of crap Conair. This takes about the same amount of time to completely dry my hair as that did. So it's fine, but I mainly use it, again, for taking my hair from wet to damp. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this into place. It is now locked, and I'm just going to dry the roots of my hair. Okay, so the top of my head is mostly dry. I'd say it's about 90% dry at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the head. So remember, you just unlock it and it pops off. And I'm going to attach the 1.2 inch barrel. And again, they have the arrows pointing each direction. So I want these facing away from my face. So I'm gonna put it on this side. All right, I can't say this enough, but this will not work on dry hair. So if you feel like your hair has started to dry a little bit, I just spray it down with a little bit of water. I take a small section. I feel like it's cool to say take a 1-inch section, but who the hell has a hair ruler? And then same as before, I like to wrap the tip of my hair around, but that's just because my hair is super long, and then this will suck up and do the rest. So let's go with this bottom section. I was doing it on the completely wrong side. I was like, why the hell isn't it sucking my hair up? Because I'm not paying attention to the damn arrows I just told you to pay attention to. So as you can see, the other wand creates these big beachy waves. This one creates curls. And don't worry, this curl will chill the F out a little bit once you're finished with your hair. So let's keep going. All right, this is how the first layer looks. I know the curls are a little crazy, but they'll calm down a bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Kenra Art Formation spray. This is number 18, and I'm just gonna spray throughout if this spray decides to work out. Now I'm gonna do the same thing to the next 2 layers of my hair. All right, it's looking a little crazy, a little Shirley Temple right now, but once your hair settles, the curl is so beautiful. So let me show it to you now. And if you like this kind of curl, I mean, it does a great job. I love, and it feels so soft and just feels so beautiful. I'll be back in a second to show you how it looks once the curls have calmed the F down a little bit. All right, it has only been about 10 minutes, and as you can see, this straightened out quite a bit, which is exactly how I wanted it to be. I like this part. I don't like my curls to be right at the root. I feel like that's where you get Shirley Temple, but as you can see, you have so much volume, so much body, and like the curls are just, they move along with your head. They're not stuck in place. So, so beautiful. Again, that is using the 1.2-inch curling barrel and also the hairdryer attachment. The third look is going to be the easiest one to do. This is the one that I do most often because it really takes such a short amount of time. I'm just going to do a nice, smooth, straight look. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are several tools that come in the kit that can help you with this look. So there is the firm smoothing brush and the soft smoothing brush. The firm one is supposed to be more for coarse hair or wavy or thick or curly hair. This one is supposed to be more for fine hair because it's a lot more gentle on the scalp. I kind of use a combination of both, but today I'm going to use the one for fine hair, even though my hair is more normal, if you will. As always, I'm starting with my heat protectant spray, which again is the Eva NYC Made Magic 10-in-1 Primer. Just spray that throughout. For this one, if your hair is really wet, I would suggest starting with the hair drying tool to take your hair from wet to damp. My hair is just really damp, so I'm gonna go right in with the styling tool, which makes this so easy. First, I'm gonna section off just the top layer of my hair so I can focus on the bottom. And then, like I said, I'm using the soft smoothing hair tool, so that just pops right in. And for this, you're gonna wanna take it under your hair and you're gonna wanna drag it all the way out and leave it as hot, leave it at the hot setting, and then you're gonna go back through it with the cool setting. So what that's gonna do is not only is that gonna lock that in place, but it's also really, really gonna tame flyaways, which I feel like is most important when you have this smooth style. And when we get to the top layer, I'll show you how to get more volume. Also, the nice thing about this tool, you don't have to change it midway through, so it goes so fast. So this makes your hair super smooth and super soft. It doesn't feel damaged. And like I said, I have a tendency to get a whole lot of flyaways and little baby hairs because I have a lot of breakage. You can barely tell. It's just so silky and so soft. And I just timed it, and that took me a little over 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, and that's only half my hair, but still, like, not bad for a nice smooth style. And it's not like you have to use a hair dryer and then a straightening iron. Ain't nobody got time for that. Also, for a little more volume, you can take the top layer and brush it kind of straight up, like away from the scalp, and it'll give it some more lift. So this took me less than 10 minutes to do, and it is just silky and straight, and it's so smooth. Like, I don't know if you can even tell on camera, but the flyaways are basically not there. And like I said, I get a whole lot, especially around my crown and around my face. I get a ton of flyaways, and this is just, it's so like soft, silky, smooth. Here is the back to show you, and it's just like, it just moves, and I love it. Of course, you can absolutely do this look with more volume if you hairspray the roots or tease the roots, or if you use the round brush attachment at the roots, it'll definitely be way more up. But today, I just wanted a straight part down the middle, silky smooth sitch. Again, this is the one that I do most often because, to be honest, it takes the least amount of time. And while the beachy waves are my favorite and the princess curls are my second favorite, this one is definitely like the one and done out the door. I say out the door like I'm leaving my house. What is outside anymore? So that is it, showing you all three looks. So at the end of the day, I guess the big question is the Dyson Airwrap Styler worth the money? Here is my opinion on that. Like I said, this is an exceedingly expensive hair tool. So you wanna make sure that you're really, really thinking about it and really thinking if this is something you can use. Do I think that it's worth the full cost of $550? I'm gonna have to say that unless you are a professional stylist, maybe you're a photographer and you style your clients before you take their picture, unless this is a tool that you are using in your professional life, I do not think $550 is worth it. However, I do absolutely feel like this is worth it if you can somehow get a discount. Maybe that means you're using your Ulta points. Maybe that means that you've gotten a coupon, or you've gotten some gift cards for your birthday, or there's just a flash sale on it somewhere, or you're using credit card points. If there is any way that you can get any kind of a discount, I really do think this is worth it. I personally would probably pay, I'm gonna guess about $300 to $350 for this tool personally. I think that that is the value for me, which is still, again, very, very expensive, and I do understand that. But I just wanna tell you guys honestly how I'm feeling about it. Now, am I thrilled for the price that I got it for? Yes, I am, but that took a lot of saving and scrolling away coupons and waiting for the exact right moment to pounce on this thing. So if you don't need this immediately, I would suggest doing the same. If you get gift cards for your birthday, like maybe ask for Visa gift cards or for Ulta gift cards for your birthday and just squirrel those away or pile them up and use them all together to get this one thing. Do it for Christmas. Get this for Christmas. Ask for it for Christmas. If you're not paying any money for it, then it's like you got it for free because you did, because it was a gift. I hope this was informative for you all and showed you all how I like to use the Dyson Airwrap Styler. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I love chatting with you all in there, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do put out new videos every Monday here on YouTube. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you guys are super freaking rock stars, and I love you with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.